Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about a story of how I got a hold of Saber's middleware team. Now, as you know, Saber is a company that provides data uh, to mobile and distribution software for the global travel industry. And back last year, Bob Jacobs actually wanted me to focus in on some of the travel industry companies like Sabre or Amadeus since he was having some success with Southwest Airlines. Now, Solace, we have a fantastic story with our messaging technology for the airline industry since we have a use case with NASA and we are recommended by the FAA swim program. And to take it a, a, a step further, Saber's competition, uh, Amadeus had gone away from IBM MQ and started using open source technologies. So really, Bob felt that this was a perfect timing for us to get into Sabre and give them to at least think about Solace as a messaging platform. So that being said, sometimes it's hard to reach out to people that there's no like impending event, and like Dennis said before, it's like the cold tundra. You gotta go reach out to folks and talk to them and try to catch them on the phone because I find that a lot of people that we talk with, they don't really respond very well via email in the US. So I reach out to several folks in the middleware team at Sabre or architects at Sabre, and one guy was, but he's the middleware manager at Sabre. His name was Marcus Leonard, and for some reason, I think he's probably the guy that brought in IBM MQ at Sabre, as he was really reluctant to talk to me. He said, "We're fine with IBM MQ. We don't need IBM well, we don't need any open source or any other new solutions," and pretty much shut the door on me. But I thought I made some headway at Sabre when I reached out to this lady by the name of Shaganya Rain, and she actually scheduled a call with me. I think at the end of 2017. Um, I guess November timeframe, and apparently she didn't show up to that call, and then we scheduled something else in 2018, and she didn't show up to that call as well. So lo and behold, I find out um, late last year she in 2018 she got another role at a competing company. But that being said, I found this guy named Jim Anderson, Mr. Anderson, and Jim was, I looked at his LinkedIn profile. He's an evangelist at Sabre's next generation platform to evangelize public cloud strategy. So I thought he'd be the perfect guy. He always posts on LinkedIn, and I thought that he'd really be inclined to learn about new technologies. So I reached out to him. He didn't respond, but he actually responded on LinkedIn, and he added me as a contact on LinkedIn. So I thought that was very promising. But I sent him tons and tons of messages. He would never respond to me. So finally, um, just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he picked up the phone. After calling for about a year, he finally picked up the phone. And I give him my normal spiel, say, "Hey, we're used by the FAA swim program, and we're used in NASA's GOZAR program." And he stopped me right there and said, "Hey, I totally understand. I've gotten your messages. I totally understand what Solace does. I'm not the right guy to talk to. You need to talk to one of the managers that works for me. His name is Primslaw. And he works in Poland. He's the middleware manager over there. You need to go talk to him and see if he's open to chatting with you." So I said, "Okay, fine." I got his email information, thinking that people don't really respond well on one. one out of 10 maybe not even one out of maybe 30 will respond, right? So I sent Prim's Law an email stating that I was referred by Jim Anderson, and that he's the one that referred me to talk to him to learn about Solace and how we can bring value to Sabre. Um, Lo and behold, to my surprise, the guy emailed me back the next day. Since he's on Poland time, of course, which is about 9 hours ahead, he says, "Hey, I understand what you're talking about. What is it that your product offers that we don't have with Active MQ or Kafka?" I was really happy to actually write back to him. I was like, "Yes, I gotta get back to him. I can't believe he responded to me." And so I asked Mahesh to give me a comparison of Solace versus Kafka and Active MQ, and then we responded with a comparison and also some information about the event mesh. It's a good thing we actually added the event mesh because that was um, the only thing on the email that he was interested in. As as he emailed me back and stated, we're very interested to learn more about the event mesh, as we are currently building ourselves something similar to the event mesh, and we call it a bridge proxy. So I was very happy to learn that he was building something, and so we set up a call with him a week later, and we're still in discussions with him, but they're really evaluating our technology to see if it's feasible for them to utilize our software versus building it out themselves. I don't know why they would. I mean, I would know why actually. They would actually build it out themselves because they can charge more to the Sabre team, right? Obviously, a bunch of engineers, they want to charge more to the Sabre team over here in Texas, but the difference is what you know what could be what was is that they were Sabre was building a bridge proxy platform, right? At, utilizing resources that's less expensive in Poland to build a bridge proxy. What can be is they can just implement our software our software, and it's pretty much plug and play, and that's what could be. And we have to definitely convey more of that to um, Prim's Law, and follow up on the next call, which is sometime next week. So looking forward to that. This is my story about Sabre. Thank you for listening.